This period of instruction will cover how to properly flip a tire. Flipping a tire is an activity that uses most major muscle groups of the body and requires a rapid and coordinated extension of the ankles, knees, and hips. This translates well to most sporting activities. To properly address the tire so that you can flip it, you will notice that the tire has teeth and tread. And if you see down here at the bottom of the tire, there's a spot between the surface of the floor or the ground and the bottom surface of the tread. That is where ideally you want to wedge your fingertips beneath. You're going to want to take approximately shoulder width grip, pronated grip, with your hands underneath the tire, elbows fully extended. Your stance is going to be a fairly wide one, shoulder width apart or wider. You're going to bend forward, keeping your chest out and your back arched, shoulders back, flexing at the ankles, knees, and hips, keeping your hips high, positioning your hands underneath the tire as was just described, and that would be the starting position to flip the tire. So set your grip first, get your elbows extended, your stance wide, chest out, back arch slightly, head and eyes level, and this would be the starting position to flip the tire. Notice the feet are pretty close to the tire. From that position, the movement that will initiate the flipping of the tire will be the extension of the ankles, knees, and hips while still keeping your elbows extended, chest out, and back arched. The tire will essentially be pivoting on the opposite edge from where you're standing as you extend and bring that tire off the ground. Now, to augment this forward rotation of the tire, once you have extended your ankles, knees, and hips, you will then have one of your legs flex at the knee and the hip joint, pop the top half of the tire to further augment that motion, reposition your hands from a pronated grip to a supinated grip over the top of the tire, extend the elbows forcefully to continue that forward rotation of the tire while continuing your motion through it, stepping through the tire as we call it. So I'm going to demonstrate that technique now. Notice as I flex my ankles, knees, and hips, bringing the tire off the ground, pivoting about that edge opposite where I was standing. Flex the knee and the hip joint with one of my legs, in that case my right leg, which impacted the top half of the tire, pushing it further forward while I reposition my hands from a supinated to a pronated grip, extended the elbows forcefully, caused the tire to complete its rotation as I step through it. Another example. And a couple forward and back. Wide stance, elbows extended, shoulder width, approximately shoulder width grip. Some of the common mistakes that are made, people rounding the back, getting under the tire, not having their chest out or their shoulders back, but in a position like this. Remember, you want your chest out, your back arched, to keep your back in a position where you won't have to worry about injury.